Have you ever considered that taking time for yourself could be the key to a healthier, happier life? Welcome to a journey of self-discovery, where we unravel the true meaning of self-care. Often misunderstood, overlooked, and even stigmatized, self-care is an essential component of our well-being. But what is self-care? Is it those occasional spa visits or an everyday ritual? It's so much more than that. Self-care is about nurturing your body, mind, and soul. It's about recognizing your needs and fulfilling them, about setting boundaries and saying no when you need to. It's about understanding that you can't pour from an empty cup. Yet, the notion of self-care is often wrapped in a shroud of misconception. Is it selfish to prioritize oneself? Does self-care mean we disregard others? The answer is a resounding no. It's time to debunk the myths and understand the true essence of self-care. Stay with us as we explore the importance and benefits of self-care in this video. Self-care isn't about indulgence, it's about survival. It's a fundamental aspect of our lives that we often overlook. Picture this: a car that never gets an oil change or a regular tune-up. Eventually it sputters and dies. Now, consider your body, your mind, your emotions. They're no different. Physical self-care is the most obvious aspect. It involves activities like regular exercise, a balanced diet, sufficient sleep, and regular medical checkups. It's not just about maintaining a healthy body, but also about nurturing the vessel that carries you through life. Ignoring physical self-care can lead to chronic health issues and a reduced quality of life. Emotional self-care, on the other hand, is about acknowledging, understanding, and expressing your feelings. It's about setting boundaries, saying no when needed, and prioritizing your emotional health. It's the act of listening to your heart, not just your head. Neglecting emotional self-care can result in emotional fatigue, stress, anxiety, and even depression. Mental self-care is about nourishing your mind. It involves activities that stimulate your brain, like reading, learning a new skill, or even indulging in creative pursuits. It's about giving your mind the space to relax, rejuvenate, and grow. Ignoring mental self-care can lead to mental fatigue, reduced cognitive abilities, and loss of motivation. But what happens when we neglect self-care? The consequences can be severe. We become less productive, less effective, less satisfied with life. We may experience burnout, stress, anxiety, or even physical illness. Self-care isn't a luxury, it's a necessity for our overall well-being. It's important to remember that self-care is not a one-size-fits-all proposition. What works for one person may not work for another. It's about listening to your body, your mind, your emotions, and giving them what they need. So let's debunk the myth that self-care is about pampering yourself or being selfish. It's about taking responsibility for your own well-being, about making sure you're in the best possible shape to face whatever life throws at you. Your well-being depends on self-care, and it's not something you can afford to ignore. Why do we feel guilty when we prioritize ourselves? Let's unpack this. We live in a world that often equates selflessness with virtue and self-care with selfishness. But here's the thing, this couldn't be further from the truth. Let's think of it this way: how can we pour from an empty cup? The answer is simple: we can't. Self-care isn't about neglecting others and focusing solely on ourselves. Instead, it's about acknowledging our own needs and taking steps to meet them. It's about replenishing our own energy so that we can effectively care for others. It's about being the best version of ourselves, not only for us, but also for those around us. Often we tend to feel guilty when we prioritize ourselves. This guilt is rooted in the misconception that self-care is an act of selfishness. But when we neglect our own needs, we risk burning out, becoming irritable, and less effective in our roles, whether that's as a friend, a parent, a partner, or a professional. In contrast, when we prioritize self-care, we're not only caring for ourselves but also enhancing our capacity to care for others. By ensuring we're mentally, physically, and emotionally healthy, we're better equipped to support the people we care about. So, let's shift our perspective, let's ditch the guilt, and embrace self-care. Because at the end of the day, it's not about being selfish, it's about being self-aware and self-loving. Remember, it's not selfish to give to yourself as much as you give to others. So how can you start practicing self-care? Let's delve into 6 practical self-care techniques that can be seamlessly integrated into your daily routine. First up, mindfulness and meditation. These practices foster a sense of calm and clarity, helping you navigate life's ups and downs with more resilience. Set aside a few minutes each day to sit in silence, focus on your breath, or follow a guided meditation. You'll be amazed at the tranquility it brings. Secondly, prioritize physical activity. Exercise is not just about maintaining a fit physique, it's a powerful mood booster and stress buster. It can be as simple as taking a brisk walk, dancing to your favorite tunes, or trying out a new yoga pose. Make it fun, and it won't feel like a chore. The third technique is journaling. Putting your thoughts and emotions on paper can be incredibly therapeutic. It can help you process your feelings, gain perspective, and even spark creativity. Don't worry about grammar or spelling. This is your personal space to express freely. Next, we have the practice of healthy eating. Nourishing your body with wholesome foods is an act of self-care. Aim for a balanced diet filled with a variety of fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains. Remember, moderation is key. It's perfectly okay to indulge in your favorite treats now and then. Our fifth technique is getting adequate sleep. A good night's sleep is essential for your physical health and cognitive function. Establish a regular sleep schedule and create a restful environment to improve the quality of your sleep. Finally, the sixth technique involves setting boundaries. It's crucial to know when to say no to preserve your energy and mental health. It's not about being selfish, but about respecting your own needs and capacity. Incorporating these practices into your daily routine can make a significant difference in your overall well-being. Each of these techniques is a step towards a healthier, happier you. Remember, self-care is not a luxury, but a necessity. So start today and experience the transformative power of self-care. Self-care is not a luxury, it's a necessity. It's like the oxygen mask on a plane. You must secure your own before helping others. It's not selfish, it's vital. From the physical, emotional to mental impacts, we've seen how self-care plays a crucial role in our overall well-being. With the 6 powerful techniques shared, self-care is within everyone's reach. It's not about self-indulgence, but about self-preservation. So start today, make self-care a priority, and experience the transformation it brings to your life.